So the last thing I want to look at with regard to sum and difference is proving the identities. So there's two things they're going to ask us to do here, or two different types. So this is problem type 1. And the first thing we're going to do when we need to use sum and difference is it will always be the first identity that we use, or the first step that we do. So we're going to take the formulas that we need and split up the sign of x plus y and the sign of x minus y. And we're going to be careful about that minus sign there. So notice the green matches with the green, right? And then I put that second part in parentheses because of the minus sign. And our reason is sum and difference. So when you have to use it, you will always use it first, and then you'll be done with that, and you're down to regular identities. So next, I'm going to go ahead and distribute. And when I do that, I have to be sure I change that second sign, right? And my reason is algebra. And then it all comes together really nicely, right? I just cancel some stuff out and it adds together and I have algebra. Okay, no big secrets or anything new and interesting there. So let's look at this one. Same type of thing. The first thing we need to do is split up using sum and difference. So that's what we'll do. So I used the formulas from the formula sheet to split them up. But now we're going to do something a little bit different. So we have a pi and a 3 pi over 2. So my ordered pair for pi is -1, 0. And my ordered pair for 3 pi over 2 is 0, -1. So when I think about the cosine of pi, the cosine of pi is -1. So that term just becomes negative cosine x. Then I have minus the sine of pi. But the sine of pi is 0, right? So that whole term is going to zero out. And now I'm in the denominator. But the cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0. So we're going to zero out that term. And then we have the sine of 3 pi over 2, which is -1, which gives me a negative sine x. And our reason for that step is evaluate. So you want to go to your cheat sheet and add evaluate down there as your last rule. You can put sum and difference on there if you want to, but it's pretty obvious when we're going to use sum and difference. But evaluate is something new. And then here, of course, our negatives would cancel and we would end up with cotangent there by the quotient identity. All right, I think I covered it all.